to the Bleeding Burgundy podcast, a Washington football podcast by fans for fans. With your hosts, Jesse Martin.
You want to play what? Okay. Say hello to my little friend.
John Taman.
Quiet, numbskulls, I'm broadcasting.
And Keith Gray.
The King, your Majesty.
And now here's your host, John Taman.
Hey everybody, and welcome to another I've got to hold my voice down because my wife's on an important phone call episode of the Bleeding Burgundy podcast. So, hey man, wild card weekend is over, and we had nothing to do this weekend except watch our rivals lose. That was nice. So, we did put out a podcast last week that was our first birthday, and celebrating that birthday with us was Keith Gray over here. How are you, Keith?
Hey, I'm doing fantastic. How are you guys?
I'm great. You sound like you're on the dating game. Doing fine over here, John. How about you, Jesse? How are you today?
I'm just fantastic.
He's just fantastic.
Just fantastic.
He's expecting 5 to 8 inches this weekend, everybody. Anyway, so we did have an event. I mentioned our birthday show yet again because even though the audio quality was terrible in that, for which you all can point straight to Keith, it was all his fault. But we mentioned that Scott, if he put up $100 to the hog farmers, that we would dump a jar of Miracle Whip all over Keith. And I'm saying institutional size jar, like a 6-gallon bucket that they use to make coleslaw.
Gotta go to Costco.
No, stop it.
Yeah, man.
First of all,
dumping.
No. First of all, this was never established to begin with.
What?
I'm gonna get a regular jar.
I'm gonna kick it up
Miracle
a
Whip.
regular jar.
Yeah, a regular jar.
You gotta get that with a spoon. You need something you can dump. What?
My wife has got stuff. Look, she's gonna help with this process. She's gonna dump it on my head. She's gonna smear it all over my face, and I'm gonna allow this to happen. But come on, now.
Allow you bought it. You hoard yourself out for the hog farmers, and Scott ponied up.
But see, speaking of hoarding yourself out for the hog farmers, let's try to up the ante a little bit. So, from our listeners,
I think so. Let's build a sandwich on Keith.
Let's do that. Let's for every say $25 or $50 or something that is added on Keith's behalf, we should add something to it, like maybe some relish or some bologna or some Twizzlers or something.
Twizzlers. Now that's not a good.
I don't know.
I never agreed to this. Why are
you're
you guys
agreeing to it right now?
We're talking.
The bottom line is, I'm in charge of production. You've already said the word agree, and you've already said and they already said do this. So you're going to agree to this whether you like
he can edit it and make you say whatever he wants you to say.
Right.
I did not sign this contract, gentlemen.
Well, that's okay, but we have audio and we have video all over Twitter last week of you telling Scott that you were going to up the ante, and that if he wanted you to shut up or something, for every $100 he donated, you would dump. We were hoping something you could pour of Miracle Whip all over your head instead of your wife. Now, if your wife takes this like a rubber spatula and swirls it up around your hair,
that's what she's doing.
Fantastic. Make sure you don't have your headphones on.
I'm going to make it
live
good
while we do this.
Listen, he donated $100.
Yeah, that's good. And
he donated
Miracle Whip involved.
He donated $100 for this.
That.
I'm going to make it. I'm going to do my best to make it worthwhile. The fact that he donated $100. So if this means that it's getting smeared literally all over, like clumps of Miracle Whip on top of my head, my wife taking, and getting it all over. I even told her, put on gloves, do what you got to do, smear it all over my face. I'll make it worth it for,
I think
donating $100. But here you guys are making this whole thing more difficult, talking about slapping bologna on my face.
$100 is only $100. If anybody wants to pop up $50, I think a slice of bologna works. I think
just put a couple slices on your nipples, it will stick with the Miracle Whip.
I have to go to the grocery store and pick this stuff up. Like, where do I win?
We'll help you. We'll help you pay for it. And I'll tell you what: if you put up $150, you get to buy the cherry that goes on Keith's nose. Get a maraschino cherry, pop it on the nose. All right, for $25, you get 3 pickles. All right, you can put 3 pickles on him. Okay, that's what I think we should do. We should come up with a list and do this right. And we should get the good people at Kraft Foods to sponsor this amazing Amazing Miracle Whip challenge.
There you
Yes. All right,
go.
whatever.
There you go. Let's make it
Whatever.
go viral.
All right,
Listen,
there
we
go.
have a, hog farmers, we have a pretty tough goal ahead of us with the squares game that we have going on.
Yeah.
Right. We're asking $100 per square, 100 squares. You do the math. That's the goal that we're trying to reach because we have plans in mind of what we can do with this money to help families. So, right now, I think we're sitting at 52 squares, that have been bought.
Start.
Yeah, it's not bad. Not bad. Yeah. Definitely a lot better than I thought it was going, anticipated going. But, anything that I can do to help add to that goal total for maybe what we don't get in the end, who knows? I'm just kind of trying to figure out a buffer, and this Miracle Whip challenge seemed to be, not such a bad idea. So
no, and I
whatever.
think to continue to build the sandwich is a good idea.
Sure, if people want relish and pickles and bologna on my face too, whatever. As long as it's going to the good cause, I'm good with it.
Now, I would say that there's probably video already out there of you with bologna near your face, but then Ty would get mad at me. And I'm not going to say that.
Oh.
So anyway, there we go. All right, so we're going to set up a list. We're going to have to come up with a list of how much you can donate for Keith to get certain condiments on top of his Miracle Whip hairdo.
I'm going to come to my wife with this list, and she's going to be like, what in the hell is going on here?
Dude, I think once you explain to her, you can dump Miracle Whip on my head. She's not going to hear anything else. She's not going to care about what else is on the list. She's just going to say, I've explained it to my Eagles. Oh, she's going to wear those Eagles leggings and come out here with her Eagles.
Oh, she's going to she's going to love it. She's going to she's going to have fun doing it. Yeah.
Absolutely. She's like, the minute I even said it to her, she's like, sure, no problem at all.
There we go.
I thought I was going to hear. Yeah, I thought I was going to hear why. No, she didn't even care about that. It was, mayonnaise on your head? Sure.
Just to sit around and watch television, right?
Dumbass.
How much would you? $500 for a cracked egg?
No.
Ooh.
Dude,
$500 though. $500.
That's nothing though. A cracked egg, I'd do that for fucking $100.
There we go. $100 if you $100 and somebody will crack an egg on Jesse's head, and that'll be nasty because he's got that long ass beard. It'll get.
Look
at it.
Don't even do it in his. Do it in his beard. Ugh.
Look at his head. His beard is so heavy. He's down here.
I bet his beard stinks like shit.
It doesn't. I take care of it.
He takes care of it. Right. Takes it out for a walk, shakes out all the fucking Here's my lunch. All right. So, this is a football show. And since we've been discussing getting Keith's head wrapped up in Miracle Whip, I guess we should talk about some football as well. There really wasn't any news this week except for the big leak of the hat that somebody made up and put on Twitter and made everybody go stupid again.
There was. I mean, it wasn't really news, but how about our boy Fitzpatrick at the Bills game shirtless?
Dude, I love it. I'm saying, people are like so upset. Oh, he robbed us of $10 million. Motherfucker, he's a goddamn fan of football. I could care less. I love that he's out there. I don't think one bit that he's out there enjoying a game on a team that he was a part of for many, many years. Man, sure. I got nothing against it.
He didn't have anything else to do, Yeah.
Look, got nothing against it whatsoever.
Right. These folks that were screaming that he robbed us of $10 million. Well, so it's not your money for one. And even though I don't say that very often because the cap does matter, it didn't really matter. They could afford it. No. And so, honestly, these people that are doing this, what they sound like to me is somebody that said, man, remember that girl I went home with that one night and gave her the stink finger for that couple hours? Yeah, about 10 years later, she got married. That bitch.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Some girl you met one time.
Exactly like that.
That bitch got married. God damn it. Whatever. Whatever. You didn't have any relationship with freaking. Finger. That's right. You broke his hip and he went on his way.
Yeah. So back to this leak.
Oh, the leaked hat.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a load of shit. I think it's an obvious logo for a W. You know, it's if you're gonna do a W, to do it like that is obvious. Anybody could make that. You could probably find one like that in a catalog that sells you shit for fucking junior league football.
I'm really disappointed in people's sleuthing too, because again, if you zoom in on that hat, you'd see that there was the netting type hat in the back. They're not leaking. They're not leaking an official hat that is a trucker hat. I'm sorry, it's just not happening. I mean, I know I know the trucker stuff is in and everything, but you know, maybe it's not. I don't know. I don't wear it, but yeah, no, you could tell someone took it in like, hey, put this on a hat. But
so the
person who tweeted it, first of all, everybody and their brother is like, where'd you get this from? Where's your source? Where's this? No answer, which tells you right there that this is someone that picked up this hat from Jerome on the corner of 7th and 11th Street.
Jerome. So it's a no for Keith.
I got a good deal for you. 2 for $25.
Yep.
W hats.
They're left over from George Bush's inauguration 20 years ago. That's what they are. So it's a no for Keith. Jesse, what did you think of the hat?
I haven't seen it, so.
Oh well, there you go.
Yeah.
So Jesse,
I'll show you, Jesse.
That's quite all right. That's all right. You guys can take a look at the hat. I thought that it was just a bunch of crap.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, who cares what it looks like? And
I'm going to show you through YouTube, through Zoom. Well, keep talking. I'll find it and interrupt you guys.
Yeah. So I mean, listen. February 2nd, that's the only thing that I care about when it comes to uniforms, apparel, the name, or anything else. Everything else that's being said over social media, I could I don't give a shit. I believe it when I see it from the team.
I'll tell you what, I am. There you go. There it is right there.
That's like a cut and fucking paste, man. It's a cut and paste. And it doesn't make any difference. It's too fucking busy anyways. I think that's kind of, it's got too many lines in it. Too many lines in it for my taste.
That's like I said, they let a middle schooler design that.
Like I said, once I see it on February 2nd, then that's going to be it. You know,
I'm really looking forward to Dan Snyder's comments that day. That dude.
I am too. I'm really interested.
Now listen,
on what bullshit he's going to push out with this.
I think we got to hold our expectations back. Dan Snyder's not going to talk very long. I think we're going to get more out of Tanya than anything. But you know, Dan's Dan. He hates speaking with the press. He's very awkward up there. So I don't expect really much of anything. Yeah, I'm interested to hear what he has to say, but I don't expect him saying much.
I think it would be in his best interest to say less.
I do.
Possible.
It should always be in his best interest to say less.
Yeah.
That dude should never talk. And I'll tell you why. Because here's my impression of what goes through his head as he steps up to the lectern.
All of these people hate me.
Every
single person in this room fucking hates me.
How ironic. You're a fan of this football team.
Yeah.
As a kid growing up.
Yeah.
You somehow figure out how to make enough money in life to buy your favorite football team, only to be forced.
Your phone slam them.
Only to be forced to have to change the name of your favorite football team. I mean,
and I'll go you one better.
Write this stuff.
I'll go you one better. You are forced to change the name because of your ineptitude and your mismanagement and your failure.
Correct. And that's why I'm just over it. I'm just over it. I'm over the whole thing.
Drink a bottle of bleach, to be quite honest with you. That would
but
be enough.
I will be interested to see what or hear, however long it is, what he has to say through this, because I can tell you right now, no matter what he says, I ain't buying it.
Of course not. Because he's going to say some fucking shit that he wrote down. Somebody wrote down for him.
This is for us to be able to move forward into a new generation and become a new voice for.
It's going to be this just blather.
Well, you know what I fear? I fear that Jason Wright then is going to get up there, or at some point, maybe not during that situation, but he's going to spell it out, the decision making behind this, and I'm going to straight up be like this the whole entire time I'm either reading or listening. And I'm just going to be like, bro, that's straight up bullshit. And like, I don't want to be.
He's got to do the cameras. It's the cameras.
Yeah.
It's got to be the public.
To be all, listen, I don't want to hear Dan Snyder. I know that many people, especially media, want Dan Snyder to talk and to answer questions. Me,
they already said he's not answering questions.
Yeah, no, he's not.
Oh my God, that would be a circus.
Yeah,
the whole press would be there.
Listen, someone years ago got into Dan Snyder's head and told him, what he used to have this inner circle. I don't think he has it anymore because he's gotten rid of everybody. Like the Bruce Allens and Vinny Serratos and that his co-owners that he used to have. Somebody told him a long time ago that say as little as possible to media, and I think that was a mistake. But now, fast forward 30 years down the road.
Well, it's a mistake when your organization's over there fondling women while you're gone.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just mistake saying 20 years down the line, but he's been losing money forever.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying there's no reason for him to talk. I don't even want to fucking hear him.
I want to watch him squirm a little bit. I'd like to watch him stand up there in front of that podium while his brain screams at him and says,
"All of these people hate you."
It won't do him any good, is what I'm trying to say. Like him personally, it's not going to do him any good by speaking to the media at all.
He'll say the right things and he'll have himself an audio clip and he'll have himself a video clip and the freaking NFL will put that up there. And
all
say,
I know
Dan
is
Snyder's
that's
not
the
such
thing.
a bad
He
guy.
doesn't say the right things. I mean, look at happy fucking Thanksgiving, everybody. He was fucking nervouser than a fucking $2 whore in church on Sundays. That's why he fucking said that shit.
John, I'm going to need you to look up nervouser.
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 All right.
I need you to look that up.
That's in the Jesse Dictionary, motherfucker.
We will be that's right.
Pull it out.
We will be conversating about that in a minute.
Look, I know that we, are going on and on about the name. We did that last episode, and I don't want to go on and on. All I'm saying is this: that explanation to this name better have some legitimate ties to the history.
We can't.
Well, that's something that has been preached. Okay,
yeah.
Even by my guy, it's been preached for 2 years. 2 years. There better be some legitimate ties, because if there's not. I am rampaging on Twitter. Rampaging. And listen,
I have it here. I have it here.
Nervouser.
I have nervouser right here. Nervouser.
That's the word.
Yes. Okay. Definition: $2 whore in church on Sundays.
You stupid.
Yes, I am. But you're going to rampage on Twitter, but you're calling me stupid. You're going to
why are you rampaging on Twitter? I wasn't paying attention.
I will rampage on Twitter if they come out with some bullshit reasoning for
no history, right?
This new name.
Okay,
and how it ties in with the old. If it's not legitimate, and if it's just jargon from high level jargon, I'm sorry. I'm gonna call it out. And I'm gonna call it out. Listen, and if that means that my guy JW, gets involved in this, I'm sorry. Because at the end of the day, I'm gonna speak my own mind. I don't care who I've talked to, who's opened the door for me. This was legitimately the most important thing to me about this whole name change. And I've said it for 2 years. And I've laid back within this past year, and I haven't gotten involved in name discussions, and I haven't forced my agenda or forced my opinion on how I think, or tell people you're stupid for not thinking the same way as I did. I did that in the first year. Okay. Second year, I'm chill. Ball's in their court. And I'm telling you, that shit better make sense, because if it doesn't, I don't care who you are. I'm going in.
It's not so easy as all
I just
that.
want to let you
we'll
guys
see how
know
it's gonna go.
right now.
What?
Conversate is a fucking word.
Conversate. Yeah,
that's not what you
to
were
engage
talking.
in conversation.
Yeah,
just letting y'all know.
Low class people use conversate
is a word.
Conversate.
It's in the Oxford Dictionary.
I'll bet you that Google he looked it up on had an R on the end. It's probably called. He's probably looking up Googler.com. God dang it! Let me look.
Googler. It's where I found nervouser.
God dang it, nervouser and conversate. Y'all are making me so goddamned uptight. All right. Anyway, so there was talk this week so far, and there's talk today about people that they don't want Russell Wilson, and then Russell Wilson wants to explore his options. And the funny thing about these people that look, I'm not all about going all in for Deshaun Watson with the price that they want. Now,
or with the allegations behind them. Sorry.
Even if he had the allegations, the price is way fucking.
I'm telling this right now, and I said this to Mike Hall from the Burgundy Zone. We had a conversation.
I know you said that neither of them want to come here. We get it, but
listen, we need to get the thoughts of Russell Wilson, Deshaun Watson, and Aaron Rodgers out of the conversation.
I think you need to get Aaron. First of all, I think you need to get Aaron Rodgers. And you need to get the other guy, but Russell Wilson.
He doesn't want to come.
Rodgers isn't going anywhere. He's got the.
Are you his publicist? You know that he doesn't want to come here.
He stated the teams that he wants to come. He wants to go to.
When?
If he even goes.
Last year?
Last year.
This is a new year, buddy. This is a new year. This is new bags.
What has changed in the Washington organization, or this is a place where he would want to come?
The fact that he could come here and be a hero and turn this team around. That's
you got to think about his wife.
Is he a hero? Too. What about his wife? What about her?
She's Sierra, rich. Yeah, no shit. She doesn't want to come to fucking DC.
She doesn't have to. Stay her ass in Seattle.
You get this idea that once you come to DC, you're not allowed to go anywhere. She can get on a plane and go anywhere she wants, man.
I'm not
People
saying
commute nowadays by aircraft. It doesn't fucking matter.
And I'm not saying you're wrong, Jesse. I'm just challenging
I'm not saying
your thought process.
I'm not saying not to try, but I don't.
You 100% try. That man's got at least 5-6 years left in him.
I'm not saying not to try, but I don't. To me, in my opinion, I don't think it's an option because I don't think either those three, the big three, that might be available. Clause? Yes, he has a no trade clause. That is why. And so does Deshaun Watson, which is another. Deshaun Watson is going to wind up with Brian Flores. They've already spoke. They wanted to do it in Miami. It didn't work out because Miami brass did not want. That's why Brian Flores is the coach. Anymore.
What if Flores gets hired by the Bears? Then what are they going to do?
That's a good question.
Exactly. Why would he even take that interview if he's going to try for the Texans?
Take Deshaun out because Deshaun has zero play with us.
Yeah, zero.
Take Deshaun out.
Zero. Absolutely. I don't even know why people are still talking about Deshaun.
I agree with you. It's because we're desperate. So we're going to grasp.
My point was, all of these people that are telling me they don't want Russell Wilson because of his age or this or that are the same people that are going to spend the next 2 months telling me what quarterbacks I should want. No. If you're going to look at fucking anything and you can't see what Russell Wilson can do, I don't want to hear it from you.
And
if he's available, you go in.
That's my whole point. Yeah, that was my whole point. I'll challenge Jesse on he doesn't want to come here. That may be very well said.
You can't control that.
But my point is this fan base really saying that they wouldn't want him here? Are you
Yes, they are. Some of them are.
Now?
Some people
are. I've seen. There's a lot. I've read today. I did not engage.
It's crazy
because I know that I will not say nice things. But for people to sit there and break down all these college quarterbacks and try to tell me who's good and who isn't good, but then you guys won't take a proven quarterback who's good, who's elite. Shut up. This is why I am the way that I am on Twitter, because of people like that. Are you kidding me? What you're telling me is whether he wants to come here or not, I don't care. I don't care about his personal feelings, right? The fact that fans are saying that, I don't care about his personal feelings. And if he wants to come here,
what is he? 36? Is he
33?
Really? He's only 33.
I am a fan ambassador.
33.
And
this
I am
guy's
going
got
to get
5,
out there
6 years.
And put people in their place.
At least 5 or 6 years. I think.
If Washington was open in his mind, we would be totally stupid to not entertain that idea. Look, this is not a Band-Aid situation. This is not a 1-year guy, a 2-year guy, and then he's retiring, right? This is a plan put in place. If this guy wants to come here, you do what it takes, you bring him here. Then guess what? The pressure of having to draft a quarterback right now in this draft goes away. It doesn't mean, it doesn't mean that you don't, or you don't look into it, but the pressure goes away. Then when you know whatever contract you're signing Russ Wilson to, right? at this point,
it's going to be a big one. Just putting that out.
Right.
Yeah.
You're going to definitely want to bring someone in at some point, whether it be year 3 of Ron, year 4 of
3
Ron.
or 4 or 5 years to do that.
You have options now to do this, and you start rolling your quarterbacks over, just like all these other teams have been doing who still have continued success. Tony Romo on to Dak. Like, that's just a little example. Like, just keep rolling. That's just
a little success.
I mean, you can even go as far even Alex Smith to Pat Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers to Brett Favre to Aaron Rodgers. And listen,
you also got to look at the fact that those are all.
It doesn't make you desperate in the draft. Put it that way.
No,
you're right.
At all.
You're right.
But you can't look at it like Favre, because these are 15-year. These guys are here for a long time. We're getting Russell Wilson possibly on what you could call the back end of the career, but I'm thinking it's more like the middle of the career, because nowadays, if a quarterback doesn't take an injury, they can play a long
until
time,
they're 40 years old. Yeah,
and I don't mean like Brady long, but it's possible.
Well, and that's why I say 5-6 years. There's obviously more time in that.
Yeah.
Sure, and he does. He takes all of it off the table. So if the quarterback class is as bad as everybody says, you don't have to worry about that. Not only that, but you instantly become a team that people have to reckon with. You can use the draft picks that you don't spend on them to build other pieces around them, and you can use cap space. We got a ton of it. We got a ton of it, and the cap,
$62 million.
So when you say he won't come here, guess what gets guys to come here? And I know we used to do that for the wrong people, but we never did that for a fucking quarterback. Right, we never did that for a quarterback.
And you have
a franchise quarterback.
And you have an opportunity to be the guy to turn this franchise around and be a hero. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
People want to come here more than people think. It's just people sit on Twitter and they hate each other, because they're breathing, right? They hate each other because they all breathe, and all it takes is one little thing to happen, then the one little more thing to happen, and then all of a sudden, nobody wants to come here. Bullshit. Because there's no loyalty in sports. It's all about the bags. It's all about the Brinks truck. You back that bitch up at his house, he'll come.
All right, now let me ask you this.
If he has better choices,
I'd come all over the floor.
Now, if he has better choices to win Super Bowls earlier, that's a different story.
We would be a contender, not like a top contender, but a definite playoff contender with Russell Wilson in building right now with what we have.
Absolutely. But these other pieces that are the contenders, there's none of them going to get rid of their quarterbacks. The only one that could possibly make any sense might be the Buccaneers if Brady decides finally to hang it up. Who the hell knows about that?
Right this second, I'd give 2 firsts and a second, and like a player like Cole Holcomb in a second for
Russell hell yeah.
Wilson.
Fuck yeah.
I don't think I would go more than that, like three first rounds in a player. I don't think I couldn't do that.
I agree.
Just because of the fact
there
that
has to be limits.
Build with. Yeah, you got to have something that you can build with.
Just what you said, if he's here for 4-5 years, you're not going to have a first round pick. I know Chad, buddy from Australia, he put out a poll and he said 2 first rounds, a second, and Daron Payne. That is just a little bit too much for me because the caliber player Daron Payne is. To me, Daron Payne's a first round pick. I don't think we can get a trade him for a first round pick. I think we probably get a.
Let me ask you that.
I'd have to go with that because no way. Defensive tackles, unless they're named Aaron Donald or maybe Jonathan Allen, do not or any heads in trade.
Well, then make that second like a third or a fourth or something.
You got to look at the long term.
2 firsts and a second, and Daron Payne.
You got to look at the long term investment though too, right? So you're looking at that specific trade, but what investment are you going to get out of the caliber quarterback like Russell Wilson? You're going to get.
You can get him a weapon or two,
right?
Yeah. You got to keep him healthy.
We have one. We know that
he is known to get nicked up from time to time too. And when he plays injured, he plays hurt. But when he is injured he's not as good.
Guess what?
As he is when he's fully healthy. So
you know why he's mad
about that.
Sure, but do you know why he's mad
because
about
they've
Seattle?
Neglected the offensive line for years and years and years.
Guess what? We currently have now.
We have a decent offensive line.
Not just decent, my friend. The rankings are up there where it puts us as one of the best in the NFL.
Sure, I believe.
So that's a selling point.
Pro Football Focus.
Yeah, and we just locked down Leno. We locked down Leno for a really nice contract for both sides. Chase, we got to. I think say bye-bye to Brandon Sheriff and lock up Wes Schweitzer and Eric Flowers, and we have our offensive line for quite a few years because everybody's young too.
And that's the thing.
You
want to bring in a quarterback,
second wide receiver, and I think we've got him with Curtis Samuel just standing there waiting because everybody forgot about him. And I mean,
he's going to be just fine next year. I have no doubts.
We thought he was going to be just fine this year. We said this all through the preseason. He's going to be fine. He's going to be fine. So we hope so. But the fact of the matter is, we've got guys that are there, and we've got the ability with cap space to go shopping this year, and we should fucking be buying on people thinking Amari Cooper might come available. You know what? I don't want to give him what we offered him before, but if he's willing to come down off of it, but if he's willing to come down, okay.
Possibly.
You know, the thing I don't want to hear from anybody is, overpay this, overpay that. Look, the fucking cap goes up, 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 up. What is today's overpay is tomorrow's normal salary. It doesn't
even though
really
the cap
isn't
difference. Going to be quite as high as we initially thought after last season. It's still the cap is going
still
up and we're still going to have.
It's going to go up again.
We're still going to have about $62 million in cap space. And listen, Russell Wilson aside, say what I think that was happening. He's not going to want to come here, which is the most likely thing. There's another quarterback that could be available that I would probably offer the same.
Don't you say Kirk Cousins?
No, he got locked up. Kirk Cousins is a Viking again. He just signed a contract.
When?
Today?
It was like last week.
Mm-mm.
I believe so. Unless it was a fake post. I think they locked him up again.
Nope, he is not locked up. He's still available.
Well, I mean, he's got a year left on his
deal. And
there's
he's got a year left on his deal, but there's reports saying that the Vikings very well could try to weasel out the rest of that contract.
Yeah, they couldn't have locked him up. They fired their general manager. Who the hell's doing?
I thought I saw that last week that they locked him up for the next year.
I don't think he'll be available.
I would offer the same amount as we offered for Matt Stafford, and that's Derek Carr. He's going to be available. I don't think there's any doubt about that, and he's not a bad quarterback whatsoever.
Do we think that he's going to be available? I don't want to
offer up that kind of stuff for somebody who's just not bad.
I agree.
All right.
I don't think a first and a third. That's for a starting caliber quarterback.
Starting caliber is also
above
Taylor
average.
Heineke, you know
above average starting quarterback. Come on now.
Above average. Look, if this is the year you go all in. We've got the cap space. We've got the space.
But for who though? I'm telling you, there's
whatever it is. You don't just say, okay, well, we're going to have the Chuck steak and go and get Derek Carr. I don't think that he's all that. I just don't. I don't think he's so much that you say, okay, we're going to build our franchise around you. No, I don't see that at all. It's same as reason why you wouldn't go get Kirk Cousins. He's shown you, but I just don't. Now, if I'm going to go this year all in, I'm going to make a play for one of the big time veterans. I'm going to go for a reclamation project that I can sign in free agency, and I'm going to draft a guy. That's where I'm sitting right now. But Derek Carr.
If you go get Derek Carr, and I'm not opposed to the Derek Carr.
It's like going out for some candy and coming over some with
him
over
anybody but Russell Wilson and any of the
I agree. Derek Carr moves my needle.
It's not even.
I wouldn't
not
trade
even
for
close. Not even close.
I wouldn't trade for him.
Derek
if he was
Carr,
a free agent, we could talk. But I'm not trading up first.
I definitely would.
I'm kind of on that bandwagon too, John.
Absolutely.
If he's a free agent, you look into it. I don't know about giving up draft stock. Although I do see Jesse's point of view, a first and a third isn't
first and a
horrible.
Third for a listen. You're going to spend a first round pick on a rookie quarterback that you know nothing about. Okay,
that happens with that.
Whatever.
That happens with
it does.
Everybody has to do that.
But you know what Derek Carr is, and you know that he's always in the top 10 of stats, and he doesn't hardly have anything except for Darren Waller and what's that little dude's name?
Hunter Renfrow.
No offense, but him coming to Washington, he doesn't have much more than that either.
He's got Terry McLaurin. It's better than anybody.
Here's the other thing that he had going.
I don't want to hear.
You got to make sure that you keep into account of, and that's the John Gruden effect, because John Gruden has done it in the past where he's taken chopped liver fucking quarterbacks like Rich Gannon, and in John Gruden's system doing his double split wide monkey banana, whatever the fuck it was.
But Derek Carr turns these guys liver though. That's the whole. He's always been good. He's always been good.
People like liver.
He's not an elite, but he's better than he would be better than anything that we've had.
I think you're in position to get Derek Carr.
Better than anything we've had. They're coming in.
I think you're in position to get Derek Carr if your team was better, because Derek Carr is going to game manage. He is going to throw some stats. He is going to throw the ball down the field. He does make the team better just by signing, but I don't know about giving up draft stock for Derek Carr, who really to me hasn't proved much.
I would rather sign Mitch Trubisky in free agency and then use the first round pick.
I'd rather punch you in the face for even suggesting that.
And then it's the same principle.
If we go to free agent,
it's the same principle.
He is tier 3.
He is not trash. I'll tell you what, if you watch the last couple of, he went to the playoffs 2 times with the Bears, took them to the playoffs twice with the Bears. And if you watch the end of his Bears career,
did you watch the Bears defense those years? They were.
It doesn't make any difference. Dude, you got to
play. If we went to the free agency route, you got Trubisky would probably be the only.
Don't bring up that tier 3 garbage either.
But see, Derek Carr is tier 3 garbage.
What did Mariota do this year?
Marcus, it doesn't matter.
Right? He was sidelined, right?
I'm not telling you that those guys are great. That's where I'm looking at Derek Carr.
Trubisky would be the 3. You're crazy. You're absolutely nuts if you think that.
Absolutely.
No way. He is tier 2.
You're giving it up. Why you come on the line of tier 1? I'm not going all in on the year that we should go all in on a tier 2, tier 3. It doesn't make any difference.
Going all in.
One of my draft picks is going to go for a rookie if I'm going all in this year.
Going all in.
Or I'm going to bring me elite.
Going all in is going 2 number 1s or 3 number 1s for an Aaron Rodgers, or Russell Wilson, or a Deshaun Watson. What else behind that is your best available option? It's Derek Carr, and if anybody, there's no way you can argue. You can come up with a good argument other than that.
That is my argument.
It's all about who's available.
Right, but see, that is my argument. My argument is if I can't get one of the elite, I'm not going to settle for fucking Groucho Marx over there. I'm gonna get something.
You're settling for Mitch Trubisky.
No, I'm not.
That's like tier 5. Right there. That's tier 5.
I'm gonna keep the first round pick that I didn't fucking spend on Mr. Ground Chuck over there, and I'm gonna be able to go ahead. I'm gonna draft the guy that I want. And if I'm going to have to use it to move up some, I can, because I'm in the 11th position. It's still worth enough. I have to move up.
But these quarterbacks coming out,
you can suppose all the time. But
these quarterbacks coming out ain't nothing compared to someone like a Derek Carr.
Based on what? Their pro experience?
Exactly.
We don't know. See, this is my point.
So you want to waste a draft pick for
a suppose that the draft pick is going to be wasted if
you're throwing darts though. And that goes with any quarterback that any team picks. It's
not throwing darts. It's like this. It's not making a pick just to make a pick. I would rather do that than go after Derek Carr and spend that pick on him. I would rather bring in somebody that they like. And if
I can see that point of view.
What you're going to try to tell me is that you're just automatically assuming that no matter who they pick, it's not going to work out, and it's just a wasted pick.
Unless they're in love with somebody. Unless they're in love
that's
with
what
someone,
I just said. I've been saying that.
Which there's no indication that any team is in love with any one of these quarterbacks coming out.
Doesn't make any difference whether any team's indicated anything. It's January the 18th for crying out loud.
I think the big problem that we're running
None of them are going to say anything. The Senior Bowl hasn't even happened yet.
I think the big problem that we're going to run into with this whole quarterback scenario is something that we've lacked through the years was consistency with a quarterback. We haven't really had it. I mean, Kirk Cousins was the last of it, right? I guess you could say. He was what?
Here for 2 or 3 years.
3 years.
No consistent. You need that guy that's going to steady 5 years.
The problem when you go with a rookie and you starting that rookie is you don't know if you have that consistency.
You can't start these rookies.
What this fan base and what this team needs is someone who is established, but somebody who is also good, not Marcus Mariota. Sorry. Like that shit, that conversation was last year. I don't even want to hear that shit. I don't even understand why people even go that route.
Not to be but he's not the final piece. If you bring in what my argument was, if you're bringing in a Trubisky or you're bringing in a Marcus Mariota,
Taylor Heineke 2.0, and maybe can throw 5 to 10 yards further.
But did you bring in Heineke to be your starter? Fuck no. That's what I'm talking about. If you're going to do that, you're planning to draft on somebody, and you're going to need a veteran to get him through 3 years, 2-3 years.
And who's teaching him? Trubisky?
Dude, it's a matter of holding the reins. The coaches teach him. Trubisky, like I said, he's been to the playoffs 2 times. He's been in now 3 times with the Buffalo Bills. He's been in winning locker rooms. Whatever. You can say that he can't teach him anything. He might not be able to show him how to throw the ball because he's got a flippy finger or whatever, but he knows. He'll be an 8-year veteran. And I'm not advocating for him. I'm just saying, if I'm going to use my offseason capital and go all in, it's going to be an elite quarterback or I'm going to make my pick. But I'm not settling for Mr. Hot Dog.
I'm taking Derek Carr for first and third.
If you get yourself a rookie quarterback, right, and that's your decision. You're going to get a rookie quarterback. He's going to compete, but get the starting position, which usually always happens, right? Then we go the next 2-3 years, at least the next 2 seasons, uncertain. I don't know if this fan base and this team can handle this.
Fan base is going to have to fucking deal with how the fan base is going to have to grow up, because if anybody doesn't realize that the way that you get better for a long time is to bring along a young quarterback, you're going to have
in 2012. What happened?
It doesn't make any difference. In 2000, you can't.
Nobody has trust in that anymore.
It doesn't matter. They don't need to have trust in it. They're fans.
They do. Their money goes.
No, they don't.
Go to games.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They're still going to have to draft a guy eventually. What are they going to just keep?
75% of the stadium is away fans. It's a big deal. And I guarantee
the Cowboys game the other day
in the decision making.
Did you see the Cowboys game the other day? It was 45% of those people were in there with 49er fans. It's just it's a league-wide thing. We have
playoffs are different.
I do agree.
Yeah.
I do agree that that's overrated because away team, away fans are there.
If a coach ever said, we have to take this guy because the fans will accept him, that motherfucker is fired so fucking fast. My foot would be on fire from how fast I kicked him out the door. You can't fucking do anything like that based on the fans. Fans are stupid. They need to shut up and sit down.
I'm not saying you're making a decision because of the fans. Like, that's the only decision.
You can't even factor it in at all.
It does play a role. You got a team with a new name. Let me tell you, go with a new name in a losing season and see what happens.
We are fucking bound to lose because if you're having
Washington trash bags, that's what we're going to try
having public relations decide who your team's going to be, you're dead because you're. It's just like Snyder. He never figured it out that the way you make the most money is you win.
You don't think by going and drafting a guy like Kenny Pickett is going to make a difference?
What's he got small hands for you all of a sudden?
I don't care about small hands. We draft Kenny Pickett, right? Is that going to make a difference with the fan base?
It doesn't matter whether it makes a difference with the fan base. It doesn't make any difference about whether people can't think about that shit. If it makes a difference with the football team, it will make a difference with the fan base. That's the bottom line of it. And the fan base
disagree with that.
It's not a matter of whether they have to be patient. They need
winning solves all these issues.
Well, you need a quarterback to do that with.
Exactly.
Right. And you're not going to do it by continually just trying to trade.
Look at the playoffs. And I don't care what people say is, these quarterbacks didn't perform. They're getting there, right? What happened when Kyler Murray got drafted? He's too short. Now I'm hearing about guy having small hands. Pick. Shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear about small hands. He was the first overall pick. Right. He was the first overall pick, but that dude was getting reamed for being short. He ain't going to make it in this league. He's short. Well, this guy's in the playoffs. I don't care that he got his ass beat last night, right? He's still there. He's still bringing his team there. And he was hurt this season too. It's a good team. Again, look at the QBs and they're flourishing.
Derek Carr was in the playoffs.
They limped in. Stop it.
Hey, they made the playoffs.
It doesn't make any.
They're equivalent to the Eagles.
So our collection of 3 or 4 quarterbacks made the playoffs last year.
I'm just saying, quarterbacks. Obviously, you take a look at these guys in this league right now. Quarterbacks are the main success.
It's obviously they drive the league. Quarterbacks drive the league, and they made the rules so that they do.
Guess what, Washington? It's time to shine. Make a good decision.
Whatever the case, Russell Wilson,
look at him,
a Derek Carr, forget Deshaun Watson, or one of these this rookie. If they draft a rookie, they have to hit. Of course they have to. You have to hit anytime you draft a quarterback rookie. In the first round, every first round pick has to hit. That's why Ron has to hit. Or I should say Ron
they have
has
to get it right. They have to get it right.
They cannot let them start right away. I understand with patience, and fans are not patient. That's the whole thing. If we're drafting a rookie, I want them to sit. I don't want to see them the first year.
This decision is the biggest decision.
It is. I would hate to
in
be
the
Ron Rivera
history.
right now.
In the history of the Washington
this
Redskins
no matter
Washington
what way we
football
go,
team / Washington Commanders / whatever the fuck the name's going to be, this is going to be the biggest decision.
Whether we trade, we draft a free agent, whatever it is the big decision, and it's got to be the right one. You know, you're absolutely right.
Agrees to that.
This right now, is at a boiling point where it's already erupted. But to be able to try to right the ship somewhat, because they're doing all sorts of stuff behind the scenes for the good that nobody's talking about. And of course, you can call us rah-rah fans or whatever, but those are the facts. But what makes the difference is to win on the fucking field, and you got to have a quarterback to do it.
Win. That means I don't want to hear anything about them putting any sort of thought into how the public is going to accept whatever it is they decide to do. If this is the staff and this is the coaching staff that we've decided or that they've decided is going to be the ones that can lead us, then whatever, like you said, whatever they do had better work, but they got to do what they want to do. They can't listen to
they can't
Joe Bob 3943 on Twitter.
Hold on.
You can't do it because then you're dead already. You can't listen.
Sure, that's the logical decision. But when team president is calling fans, and the first question is, how can we get fans in the seats?
Win,
of course.
Win, but you can't, that means you don't let the fans choose the players.
The fans aren't choosing the players. They're going to choose it, but it's got to be the right decision.
One other thing.
But you're telling me that public relations is going to play something into who they pick. You can't do
if you don't think that it plays a role into their mind when they've got a whole new brand rollout coming in, this fan base is at an all-time low. They're trying to get asses in the seats. They need someone like Russell Wilson, or they need a rookie quarterback that's going to come in and change the history of this franchise.
It can't be, but you can't have anybody over there that's a bean counter. They go, I think this will play better.
No one's going to do that, but it still plays in the role of the mind of the team president when he's all about metrics. He's not going to have a decision. First of all, he's not going to have a decision.
They got to go hand. They got to go hand in hand in a way. But Ron Rivera cannot bend the pressure. Get bent. Or he's got to do what he thinks is right. I mean,
you can't listen to
the ball is in his court. He can't bend the pressure to outside noise, to Dan Snyder, to Tanya Snyder. He's got to do what he thinks right, because he is the professional here. And yes, Keith has a point. Believe it or not, Keith, you do have a point. Optics are everything, and the fans want to see that the coaching staffs are that they're trying doing the best job that they can to fix the issues that have been going on, and the issue is the quarterback.
Yeah, look good is the least of the ones I want them to fix. All right, I'll tell you what, we've wasted a lot of time talking about this. We do have some superlatives that we want to give out for the season.
I'll say this is the part I don't even care about. How about I sit here and argue quarterbacks all day? Sorry, but go ahead, John.
I don't. I'm sick of it.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, we've only beat it to death. I don't know how many different times, and it's only
we're going to beat it to death for until I guess.
Well, yeah, because all it's going to take is a stupid ass rumor to come out about a quarterback, right? Oh, Mariota's available. We need to go get Mariota.
He will be available. So, yeah. Anyway, all right. So I guess since Keith doesn't give a shit about all of this, I'll start with you.
I mean, I'm just going to be honest. I don't care. I don't care about none of this.
Who is your offensive player of the year for the Washington football team?
Who are you talking to? Jesse? Jesse's first? Me? Offensive player of the year. I'm going to go Terry McLaurin.
All right.
God bless his soul.
All right.
I'm sure. And we'll go Terry McLaurin. Does anybody have his stats up? Because I have what we projected in the beginning of the year before the season started. We projected his touchdowns and his yards. And Keith,
all right, I got him right here.
You projected that he would have 1,200 yards and 10 touchdowns. John, you projected 1,150 and 10 touchdowns, and I projected 1,050 yards and 9 touchdowns. Who was closest?
Well, it turns out that he got 1,100. What did I say? 1,150 and 10 touchdowns. Is that exactly what I said? No, that's
Yeah.
not what he got.
No,
He
I
got
didn't think so.
1,053 yards and 5 touchdowns. So we were
I
all
was
way
the
off on the
closest.
touchdowns, but you were very close. So you get to come on down and try for this new car.
Yay!
Here on The Price is Right. That's all right.
Yeah, and he's my player of the year too.
To be fair, that was when Fitzpatrick was the quarterback.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
We also said that Fitz was going to play. Let's see, I said 17 games. John said 15 games, and you said 17 games, Keith too. So to be fair,
played 2 steps.
It's been 14 plays.
To be fair, yeah.
Well, but that's all right. Keith and I were both drinking the daffodil swirlies that day.
Yeah.
Daffodil fizz.
Yeah.
All right. So who's your offensive player of the year then, Jesse?
Yeah, I guess I'll go with I'm gonna go on the offensive line, and I'm gonna go Charles Leno.
Oh, that was the one that I was gonna pick, was Charles Leno Jr.
Well, Keith
So
stole mine.
Well, we're gonna have to do doubles up on him because I'm not having any of this stole stuff. I thought Charles Leno Jr. was the offensive player of the year. I thought that he came. I don't know why Chicago just let him walk, but I'm glad that they did. Their losses are
actually. I'm gonna change mine, and I'm gonna stay on the offense line, but I'm gonna go Eric Flowers because I think he had a pretty badass year himself. He was mauling motherfuckers.
Yeah, man. Well, I thought Leno came in and it's just that we can both go Leno. It's fine with me. I don't mind. I'm not gonna look at you.
No, Leno was amazing. There's some questions that fans were like, well, what, Chicago got rid of him, there must be something wrong with him. No, he came in here.
Obviously
he had a shaky start to the season, but after that, he was pretty goddamn.
He was a rock.
Yeah,
he didn't miss any time except for an illness. He missed one game to an illness, but he didn't get hurt. He played through the season. He played well through the season. He was a leader, I thought, and he's really made himself a home here in DC. Even though he just bought a home in Texas, but you know what I'm saying. He got in with the fans, and he's gotten himself extended, and I like that. That's good. So yeah, Charles Leno Jr. is my offensive player of the year. All right, Keith, your defensive player of the year, sir. Please make something up.
Defense player of the year.
That's a tough one right there.
That is a tough one.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna go out on a huge limb here. None of you guys will agree with me, and that's okay. Cole Holcomb.
Okay.
I was debating between him and someone else, so I guess I'm going to go someone else.
So here's the reason why I say Cole Holcomb.
Genuine Keith analysis here.
He improved. The minute Bostic went out, he upped his game. Now, he did get beat a lot in certain situations, right? But he improved.
Yeah.
And to me, I felt like his name was called a lot. And sure, maybe because they were picking on him. But
he's a linebacker and he's supposed to be getting the tackles. That's
sure.
He's going to make tackles. Yeah.
Sure. I think he heavily improved. He became better. And that's why I will say he was consistently good throughout the season. And that's why I'm choosing him.
I think that's a fair thing. I think that's a good choice. And I think
it's wild because I would never you think that you would, you just think that there would be other names, Landon Collins.
And that was
but he was a true tackler. He was a good player.
To Landon Collins, because listen, they all got better as the year went on. Yeah, you could say that for Cole Holcomb. Listen, Cole Holcomb, he's not a Pro Bowl linebacker, not yet. At least I had an argument with somebody there, but you saw his role when he got a bigger role. He did get better and he took more on. Yes, he got beat. He got juked, but listen, that's
everyone does.
Man. Yeah, that's linebackers.
He does tend to hesitate still a little bit at the point of attack, but not as much as he used to. He will he'll barrel right into somebody now. I like that.
Yeah, and I think I'm going to go with John Allen.
Yeah, that's a good pick.
Yeah, I'm going to go John Allen.
That's an obvious pick.
Yeah.
I mean,
I was going to go,
but that's a good pick, though. Even though it's obvious, there's nothing wrong with being obvious. He actually probably is.
And to be honest with you, I was going to pick between Cole Holcomb and Landon Collins, and I was like, wait a second, John fucking Allen. Because Landon Collins, listen, man, we bagged the shit out of him in the beginning of the year. We saw what he did in preseason and during training camp. In camp, he was talked about. He was looking really good, and then we saw him on the field those first few weeks of the game. We're like, what the fuck is going on, man? He looked slow. He looked out of place. He couldn't cover with shit. But when he made that shift up to that hybrid linebacker role, you saw the lights go on and he was fucking everywhere. So you got to give a hat tip to him because he did play very well in the second half of the season. But John Allen,
until he got hurt,
9.5 sacks, man. He was just, he should have made all pro. I honestly think he should have been second team all pro. But you know what?
Agree.
That's next year, man. Next year.
And it's more than just 9.5 sacks. That dude played the line. He was all over the place chasing down running back.
Yeah.
He was flying around, man, with wild abandon. That's a big dude coming flying around. I mean, literally up in the air, coming charging down like that.
You see a lot of players when they get their contracts, their big contracts, their contract extension. A lot of these players just okay. They just go have mediocre years. He not only played up to his contract, but he exceeded that contract. And I'm just glad he's going to be, when he put out that tweet, Redskin for life, man.
He took on the leadership role.
Yeah.
He took it on. He put it on his shoulders instead of just, he was always a leader with the team, but he was more of a leader by saying, but now he is undefinedly the leader of the freaking Washington football team.
Absolutely.
Whoever they're going to be. I guess that leaves to me Kendall Fuller, who I thought also had a better second half than he did the first half.
Sure.
And
you could say the same for William Jackson.
You really could say is John Bostic, because as soon as that sorry son bitch left the game, they had to do some different things. But it's just going to bring me right back around to Jack Del Rio, dude. You fucking man, you misused this whole defense the whole first half of the year, and you knew it. That Landon Collins hybrid role, you knew it. He pointed at it in the offseason and said.
Look, if we had one more person on this podcast, I'm sure they would say Cam Curl, because he had again
everywhere.
Second year, he is all over the fucking field too. And look,
Ron's calling him all pro,
just like Kendall Fuller, William Jackson III. Man, once he started getting these zone concepts down, he started locking down people. In the second half of the season, you did not hear his name get called at all because nobody was throwing in his direction.
Right, until he got hurt. That's a shame.
Yep.
All right, so okay, offensive rookie of the year, Jesse. I'll start with you.
Shit, offensive. I'm gonna have to go with Sam Cosmi. He was injured for the a portion of the year, but he came in and he had some big shoes to fill with Morgan Moses leaving, and you know what? He did it, and he did a damn good job doing it.
Mm-hmm. All right, Keith, who you got? Offensive rookie of the year.
Andre Carter, is that?
He's not a rookie.
Yeah.
He's not a rookie? Then I have no idea.
All right, we're going to assign you Samus Reyes. I'll have to take John Bates if
that's a good pick, man.
That's a good pick.
Yeah.
Well, I thought he played well, and I thought that he's not the wide receiver type tight end that everybody's all in love with right now. I mean, what's Kyle Pitts?
No, he can block
and balls too.
He can block, and he's got good hands.
Yeah,
he does. He's not gonna. And
he's not gonna beat. He's not gonna beat people off the line. Let's not pretend. But he's got kind of like a smoothness to him. And he was drafted to be an inline blocker, and that's what he's doing. And he's doing a damn good job.
Never beat anybody off the line is fucking Jason Witten. That slow ass goddamn motherfucker.
Chris Cooley didn't either.
Witten would turn around, stick his ass in their fucking hip, and throw him out of the way and catch the ball. And that's what Bates can do. And then he fights like hell once he's got the ball.
Yeah.
So, okay. Yeah. I'll go with John Bates.
I think the only other rookie offensive player that
Dax
we had
Milne.
was we had Dax, and then we had Diamond Brown, but he was pretty much he disappeared.
He showed
for
a little
season.
for it. Yeah.
Towards the end, he caught one or two good balls, but that's about it.
I forgot about Bates.
Yeah.
If I would have remembered, I would have chosen him.
Well, see, there you go. That's because you don't care about this segment.
I don't.
So there. Well, I'll tell you what, Brown, everybody's down on Brown. Oh, well, you should cut Brown. No, you shouldn't cut Brown. He's a third-round draft pick out of North Carolina. He didn't start off well, but that doesn't mean that, everybody expects everything to be awesome right out of the gates. It's just not always the way.
And that goes the same with Jamin Davis, man. I still think he's got a bright future.
I'm aggravated by that.
I think
he ain't a third round pick. He's a first round pick.
Yeah,
he's
not.
Your first round pick has to be a difference maker.
Listen,
now.
Thomas Davis didn't start playing well till his third year in the league, and he was a high draft pick as well too. So let's give him time. I think we give him time, and I think he's just going to be fine. Other than that, I don't have a defensive player of the year for a rookie. I don't think. There's nobody else.
Yeah, there really wasn't anybody. Benjamin St. Juste played okay for his
time.
Okay.
Yeah, he played okay before he got injured.
He got picked on, but he's a rookie,
Yeah.
and he was playing at the time when the defensive backfield was really playing at its worst.
Yeah, that's true too.
So I'm going to go with Shaka Tony because I like to say his name.
I like Shaka Tony. He did play well towards the end of the year when he got some playing time. That's for sure.
I don't even care how well he played. I'll just pick him because I like his name. Shaka Tony. I want him to become one of our sack leaders so I can say that every Sunday.
Let's go. We predicted our defensive rankings through the year.
Oh, boy.
And John, you said we're going to finish third. Keith, you said you're going to finish fifth. And I got the closest when I said we're going to finish seventh. But didn't we finish like 32nd or something?
I got one of the numbers right.
No, we were good at rushing. We were good rushing. We're against the run.
Because nobody had to run on us. That's why.
Yes, yeah, I guess you're right.
For the most part. All right. So let's see who else we got. Okay, so your defensive MVP would be Allen. Okay, offensive player. All right. So who's your team MVP of the year? Who is the best player for the Washington football team this year? I'm going to pick John Allen since I always went last time. You guys both
took the words out of my mouth. Go ahead, Keith.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I'm just going to be different. I'm going to go Terry McLaurin.
There you go. You're going to be different. All right. So that means John Allen, you win a gift certificate to. You can get a front row seat for the Let's Turn Keith into a Sandwich challenge that's coming up. So yeah, thanks very much to our friend Scott G for donating $100, and we're going to watch Keith's wife dump Miracle Whip all over his head.
Yeah, thanks,
I don't want to see one of these little tiny lunchbox jars. I want to see.
No, it's gonna be a jar,
full size.
I'm gonna make it worth his $100.
I should hope so. And again, $25 for 3 pickles.
But you idiots got to take it to a whole new level. Talking about go to Costco's, go to Sam's.
What?
Get the 88-ounce Miracle Whip.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, you need something that needs you got to prime a pump to be able to get it out.
You know how hard it's going to be to get that oily shit out of my hair,
dude. It's going to make you shine.
My hair looks good.
Oh, you're going to look great.
Like it's my best attribute.
It's gonna shine.
It's a shame that on game day it gets covered up.
It's like Ken hair. It's like Barbie's Ken hair. It's like.
See, I got a receding hairline, so I got to cut. I cut my hair a certain way. Yeah,
so I did too. So when I cut my hair, like right here, I always like kind of like move it over like that.
I always tell her, I'm like, hey, you got to shape it. You got to shape it. And she's like, okay, I got you.
I always tell them to leave it longer right here so I can cover it up like that.
Yeah.
Dude, I've been bald since I was like 25 years old. I couldn't care less.
You need to put a mask on, cover up your face, Jesse.
Okay, well, yeah, I agree with that. I thought if you were talking to me, we would have a problem.
Oh no, you're cute.
Thank you. I thought so. I get personality carries me very far. That's for damn sure.
Hell yeah, it carries me far too.
All right. So what else did we have to go over today? Were you done with all our superlatives? Is that it?
We're done with our superlatives. I think next week we'll start breaking down the season and do a little like season review.
Oh, cool.
You know how that's gonna go?
I don't care about.
We're gonna argue about fucking something for an hour and 15 minutes, and then we're gonna go. All right. Well, what did you think of the Chargers game? Keith's gonna go. We sucked. We. All right. Well, what about the Giants game? Oh, yeah, we were better. That's good. So we won.
Yeah, that's all I got.
Yeah, I'm spent.
Oh, shout out to Scott Hartley for the support that he gives the Washington Football Pods. He's got
Superhero
a handful.
To 5, I think his name is.
And that's Tommy and Scott. Big shout out to them.
They both always give us a lot of love.
Yeah,
so it's appreciative.
So we do hear y'all, and we appreciate you guys listening and putting up with our bullshit. We just appreciate you guys.
I like the title that he gave me.
Dumb fuck. What?
No, you idiots.
Who did?
He said everyone's favorite bad guy in quotes.
Oh,
I
that's
like
right.
that.
You know,
I
bad
like
guy.
that.
The Riddler was a bad guy, and he wore green tights with question marks on him. I think that's what you should wear when you get the stuff dumped on your head.
Here you go, adding more stuff.
Get a leotard. Get a leotard.
I think a leotard is exactly what you need.
And a tutu.
No, I don't think that's gonna happen, but I don't know. I kind of, this year I tried to be the nice guy, man, and no one bought it. Like,
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't notice.
I was nice this season. Are you kidding me? I was way more tame than I've ever been.
I didn't know. I guess tame is a different set of circumstances. The animals get tame once you cut their balls.
You gotta forget, we know you off.
of-
We know you off camera and off Twitter.
Right. And I'm a nice guy, right?
Yeah. He's a nice guy.
The show over? Is the show over? We still recording?
I think the show's over.
Yeah, we're done with the show.
But I again, we forgot to talk about how we're the People's Podcast.
Oh,
We are the People's Podcast.
And from now on, when I'm being introduced, I'd like to be introduced as America's favorite bad guy.
There you go. America's favorite bad guy. I'm gonna have to make you some new theme music.
There you go.
I'll have to redo the show open. It's a new season coming up, so I'll have to get some bad guy music in there for Keith.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And like, I won't have the ambassador.
Oh, just get
anymore,
was it the
that's
Billie
right, the
Eilish?
Deposed.
Isn't there like a Billie Eilish, the bad guy
I have
song?
no idea. You know, one of the
Yeah.
best things about Billie Eilish is I've never heard her. I wouldn't know pop music. I tell you what, I was in a doctor's office. Look, actually, Jesse has a body and a dog, but
That's
I was in a
Omega.
doctor's office maybe
Come on.
6 months
Husky?
ago, and they were playing some pop music shit. I didn't know what it
Malamute,
was.
the
And I
bigger,
was very
bigger
happy that I
cousin.
didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
That's my other one.
All right, guys, let's wrap this.
Okay,
Shut up.
she's usually not playful, or she doesn't like attention like Duke does. Hey, she wants attention now. All right, guys.
Hey,
catch
and you know
me-
what else we need?
What's that?
Since we're still recording, real quick, we need a good ending because Jesse's hell, and then I'm like, see ya, and then John's like, bye bye. Like that just doesn't work. Like we got to switch this up, guys. And,
All right, so what are we gonna do? Let's
I don't
give it some
know,
thought.
but let's not do Kyle's Washington football. Woo!
All right,
All right, well, let's try a couple of different endings here. Let's try a couple of
You
different.
ready? We'll try a couple and then end it.
Okay.
All right, so whatever's on the top of your head. So go.
Go Hogs.
I don't know what to say.
I wasn't even ready.
I don't know. Good Lord.
I think that's it right there.
Go
There you
Hogs.
I don't know what to say. I wasn't even ready.
go. Yeah, that's it. That's a
All right,
perfect
we're
ending.
done. All right, perfect ending to this shit show.
Oh my God.
God,
All
we're
right.
terrible.
All right.
Why?
Hail.
See ya.
Later.